right, guys. Caleb, you've scored 80 points these past 3 games, which I believe is the most that you've had in a 3-game span in your career. I know that there was a plan for this year to try to do some more stuff off the ball and all that. These last few games, has Coach said anything about we need you to be taking more shots or anything?
Nah, not at all. He just want me to play within the offense and, play off my teammates and, play with my teammates. That's what I've been doing. My teammates been putting me in position to, get easy baskets and, I just been feeding off them and, I've been, sharing the ball as well with them. We just been playing great offense. When we move the ball, we're at our best when we, ball movement and player movement and, it's just been easy for, everybody.
The last 2 games in non-conference, you were shooting really well too. Do you feel like there's just finally got a momentum rhythm that you haven't maybe had this season?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I'm definitely in rhythm. But I just give all credit to God and he's been my backbone. What I've been leaning on the most. This year. I give credit to my mom too because she's kind of my spirit warrior and. She's been, on me about that, about my faith, and just putting my trust in him, and everything else is just gonna fall into place.
I wondered if the way you were playing, if you didn't want to take a break and just keep going, or were you worried about the layoff?
Nah, for sure. I just wanted to get the win. Whatever we, had to do to get the win, and my teammates played well. We hit big shot after big shot, big play after big play. Even though they was throwing their punches, we was throwing ours, and ours was hitting harder. So. Like I said, we played a complete game today, and I'm proud of my teammates.
You felt this good offensively?
It's been a minute, probably since my sophomore year. And like I said, it's just been, it feels good, but it feels even better when you win it.
This one's for all 3 of you. You guys got out to a really early lead, and TCU kind of battled back, got to within 3 early in that second half. They got to within 1 a couple of times. What were you guys able to do to prevent them from ever taking the lead, and what did you see from them, especially offensively tonight?
We just knew they were going to be an aggressive team, and being prepared for like what Caleb said, taking their punch. They moved the ball really well. They're an aggressive rebounding team, so we knew we had to, all give effort on the, defensive rebounding, and then pushing in transition where we, I feel like we dominated the game when we got, the stops and we didn't let them set up into, their zone or their defense. And what Caleb said, when we move the ball and we move our with player movement, it's hard to stop us.
I think we just stayed poised. Although they was hitting big shots and we was kind of trading buckets, we stayed poised. And I think that's how we control the game. I give credit to JB for running the show and keeping everybody in place. Coach Lloyd, he did a great job with calling the plays, and Coach Murph, I give a shout out to him for his scout. He had us prepared for since the break, since we got back, and so we was ready. We was ready for this game, and it showed out on the floor tonight.
For any of you guys, was there any other difference between when they got within a basket or a point of you guys and you responded to that, whereas earlier this year sometimes it didn't go that way?
No, we wasn't worried. We was tight in our huddles, and kind of the message was, stay poised, stay together, and we got to be the most connected team in these last. I think it was last 8 minutes when we said that, and that's exactly what we did. We was the most connected team. We played together. Like I said, although we was taking punches, we was throwing ours too, and like I said, we just stayed poised, and I think that's the key to us winning the games, and especially tight games in the Big 12 where it's gonna be tough, and calls might not go our way. We just got to stay together. We got to stay poised.
Henri, you had the UCLA game where it went really well for you, but then there were a couple shots from outside that didn't go in. How much have you worked on maybe your shot selection and when you had those opportunities tonight?
Me and Cam for sure have talked about like shot selection and when to take them, but like also my team is like C-Love, KJ. They're always saying like let it rip whenever you open, like just your teammates' belief in you, like it helps a lot.
How did it feel to hit that 3?
Oh, it felt really good. I missed a lot in a row, but that felt really good to go in.
He's a real shooter, I'm telling you, he's a real shooter.
For Caleb and KJ, what did you guys think of Henri's performance tonight, and what are the areas where he's made the most progress?
For me, man, it's been a steady growth since the summer. I'm super proud of his development. I think he's taking it day by day. And when you got teammates like we do, We pour belief into each other, and I think, you know, he's getting that belief from everybody that we believe in, you know, his abilities. And I think tonight is just a sample size of, you know, what he can do.
Like Kobe, I think, struggled earlier, and then late in the game, 5 minutes left, he had 3 big shots that kind of moved the difference. Just your thoughts on him, how he played late.
Who?
Tobe.
Oh yeah. Tobe. Yeah, for sure. You know, Tobe is a a monster on the glass, and you know he came up big this tonight, and we put trust in Tobe. We put a lot of trust in Tobe. You know, it's hard to be a big in Coach Lloyd's system. He asks you to do a lot, but you know Tobe he steps up to the challenge every time, and even when he doesn't know, he'll ask questions, and he's willing to do whatever it takes to win, and that's what it showed tonight. He like you said, he hit those 3 back-to-back big time buckets, and we needed it.
Everyone talks about you guys having to be tough in this league. Was this like the first shot of knowing how tough you have to be?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
So, how is it? How was it?
No, I think it was a great atmosphere. It was a great environment, and for us to kick our first Big 12 game off like this, I think it gives us a lot of confidence. I think we needed this one, and we just got to continue to get better and better each and every day. And then we got a big road trip coming up, and we got to start preparing for that in the next couple days.
So you'll have the next 2 here on the road, and the Pac-12 was difficult on the road, and it seems like the Big 12 is going to be that way as well. I mean, how important is it to do the same that you did here on someone else's court?
It's big time. I mean, we gotta keep that same intensity, that same edge, and aggressiveness on the road, and be able to take a punch, because home court advantage is real in this league, and we know we're gonna get the the opponent's best shot over there. But we got to be able to rally together and stay poised like we did today in those big time moments.
Henry, it seems like Mo is down currently and might be done for the season. Given that, did Coach Lloyd talk to you at all about what your role might be? Have you thought yourself like, hey, I need to step up because we're down a 7-footer and I'm maybe the last one left?
Myself, yeah, I said to step up. I feel like with Coach Lloyd, we had little talks, but it wasn't more about oh, you're gonna have to do this, but it's more like you have to be ready for the moment. And he's just saying game by game, see what's coming and wherever based on the scout what we gotta do.
Do you feel like you're playing with? I mean, you've shown it at times this season, but more aggressive, more and confident, or how do you feel at this point now?
I feel like this comes with confidence. You just start playing better, so you feel better. You be more aggressive. You just play like you want to play all the time. You don't play scared. That helps a lot.
And KJ, how about 8 assists? Were you shooting for that kind of thing? The way you've been playing, you figured that could happen this season, or?
Not really. Just trusting my teammates. Putting them in the right spots when I get the opportunity to. And I got full faith in them to make big shots and finish plays, and vice versa. I know they got the same belief in me when it's their time to get an assist or whatever the case may be. But just been emphasizing this week on picking the ball up with a little bit more force and playing with fundamentals that Coach wants us to play with.
Thank you.